Ottawa Redblacks defensive back Amari Henderson joins us. First, I want to go through, man, what happened with Sask?
Yeah.
A lot of the fans are curious in terms of free agency. Now you're in the nation's capital, coming back to Sask. But what went down?
First and foremost, man, I got a lot of love for Sask. They gave me an opportunity to come up here and play this beautiful game. Contract talk, trying to come back. The numbers weren't right, so I decided, I had to just have a change of scenery, and Ottawa was a team that hollered the most, so I decided to go to Ottawa.
Can you share what other teams were in the mix?
Calgary was in the mix, and Ottawa, so those two was the predominantly two teams.
And when you were going through that process, what was it like for you to do that for the first time?
Obviously, it was a different experience. Being able to choose a team. It kind of felt like the recruiting process again, trying to figure out what coaches I mesh well with, what kind of schemes I mesh well with. In Ottawa, obviously, they're the defensive coordinator now. He came from Toronto, and Coach Mason, Coach Bill, they came from Toronto. So it was kind of a similar defensive scheme. So I felt like I would fit in pretty well. Was
there talk if you did come back to Sask that you would stay at that boundary cornerback spot? Because you and Deontay Williams are kind of going back and forth.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like for me, I started out at field half, but due to I had an injury coming in to camp last year, so it kind of messed things around. So I pretty much just played any position because I know I played field corner my first year coming in, and I played a little bit of field half. Then even last year, I played like 2 games at boundary half due to Rowe missing some time. But I really just can play any position, honestly. It doesn't really matter to me.
It sure seems that way. And as you mentioned, William Fields was the defensive backs coach in Toronto when Corey Mace was there. Right. So has it felt like a similar scheme for you to get to know in Ottawa?
Absolutely. So like during the whole training camp, whenever we installed the defenses, I already knew a lot of the defenses coming in, a lot of the defensive schemes. So for me, it was just easy. I know last year I played a lot of corners, so me going into this field half spot, just learning different zone drops and things like that. So it was pretty natural for me.
What's the difference for a DB going from playing boundary corner to field half back and bouncing around the secondary like you have?
It's just tempo, just having a feel for the game. Like I feel like at field half, you just got to have a great feel and be instinctive. At boundary corner, you're in a boundary, shorter passes, so you got to be a little bit more quicker on your trigger whenever you're reading a quarterback. But at field half, you got a lot more space, so you got to be a little bit more instinctive, have a little bit more feel of the game. So at field half, I feel comfortable at field half. Boundary corner too, but I feel like field half is probably that spot for me.
What about field half from the run game perspective? How do you approach it?
We got Pickett at Sam, so I just follow him. He'll be able to come off the edge, and I'll be the support behind him. So just putting my head in there for the run game. I feel pretty confident in my tackling ability and being able to support in the run game. So, like I said, man, that field half spot is just a spot that you gotta feel comfortable at. It's just a natural feel. Like for me, I'm pretty instinctive, so I feel like I do pretty well in the run support at field half.
What's it been like going against Geno Lewis in practice?
Oh man, it's amazing. I don't really get to go against him that much because he's more on the outside, so I follow Hardy around a little bit more. But just seeing him, making his catches and doing his celebration, just finally be a part of it on the right side this time. So it's amazing, man. I can't wait to see him, throughout the season.
Did you have this game circled on your calendar because you were coming back to Saskatchewan?
Oh, yeah, man. It was definitely a big moment for me because, this is where it all started at for me. And like I said in the beginning, I'm super appreciative and grateful for, Saskatchewan and everybody here in this whole province because they showed me love since day one. So it's just coming back out here and being at Mosaic Stadium is just going to be a blessing. So I can't wait.
What was it like for you to come to Saskatchewan to start your CFL career from the United States?
Man, I remember my first game. I almost shed a tear coming out the tunnel because it was just so amazing for me, so profound for me. Knowing that I've been cut from the NFL and then being able to get an opportunity to come up here and just hearing the fans yell and scream. And because, Sask is a community-owned team, so, the community is definitely big here. So just being able to reach out and be in the community was big for me. And just seeing those fans, it's just an amazing thing.
Did you have any experiences in the public where fans would come up to you and say, "Hey, Amari, great interception," or "Why did you blow that coverage?"
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. The fans, of course, they'll love you. Then, of course, whenever you have a bad game, they might have a comment, which is fine. You know, I mean, can't nobody critique me more than I can. So I'm already a heavy critiquer on myself. But at the end of the day, it's all love. I love the fans here. I love my time I had here, and it just an overall great experience here.
Do you remember any specific examples with a fan coming up to you, good or bad?
I just know before, her name is Miranda, before every game she would be outside of the doors before we walk in, and she would always give me a hug before and after the game. So that was one thing that stuck out, because you know, she don't have to do that. She don't have to be there every single day, but she take the time out of her day to just show love and support, and that's big for somebody like me, because she don't have to do it. So super appreciative, super grateful. So I appreciate it at the end of the day.
You were with the Riders last year, and Corey Mace's term was build it. And some people are talking about them potentially being the favorites in the West to get to the Grey Cup.
Right.
I feel like the Ottawa Redblacks are the sexy pick to come out of the East. What do you see about this team that makes you believe they can be Grey Cup contenders?
Oh, man, we just got a lot of camaraderie, and we got a lot of great pieces, individual pieces, though. I feel like if we all mesh together, I feel like the sky's the limit. Especially during training camp, we started to see a lot of things gel. You can see, you know, glimpses throughout training camp, excuse me. So I can't wait to see it all on display tomorrow night. So I'm looking forward to it. I know this season is going to be a great season for us. I know last year they started off pretty well, started off hot. So we're just trying to keep the ball rolling and hopefully finish this year with a Grey Cup.
Let's see what happens. Thanks for the time, man.
Appreciate you, man.